I don't know if you've seen the science building at Galt High School, the new two-story one that we built back when I was on the board last time. That got built on the last bond. The last bond was for $36 million. We got a significant amount of matching funds from the state.
Just to be clear, before you go deeper in that, what exactly is a school bond, and how does a school bond?
I'll get into that. I will cover that.
Yeah.
But that building was built for just over $15 million.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's a beautiful building. It's great. We replaced 11 portables, but it wasn't a cheap building. And that's what people have to understand. To do construction on a school is very, very expensive. Okay? So a school bond, is basically a tax on property, on an assessed value of property. Okay? The bond that they have on the agenda this year, and again, that's one of the things, that's why I got the recording, because when I went and spoke in front of the board in May, it said that it's been told to a few people that I said I would not support the bond. And that is not what I said. And on the audio recording, it actually says that you can hear me clearly say, I'm not here today to tell you whether I support it or whether I oppose it. I was there to tell them that, having spoken to some people, there were people within the community that were planning to formally oppose the bond. The current bond that they're asking for is for $43 million. It would be basically 3 cents to every $100 of a property's assessed value. Now, what's important to know, and again, I'm not here to advocate for the bond, and I'm not here to tell anybody to vote against the bond. The thing about the bond for me is, I understand why bonds are needed, but it's the voters' decision to make whether they are going to vote in favor of it or oppose it, based on all of the facts and information. And that's what I want to make sure is that the school district, when they're going out trying to get people to vote for this, are at least providing all of the facts and all of the information to people. There's currently 2 high school bonds that are being paid on your tax rolls. You currently have elementary school bonds that are being paid on your tax roll as well. Right now, the high school bond, the 2 high school bonds, there was a high school bond passed in 2005, which is almost done being paid off. It's still got about another 5 years, maybe 10 years to the most. That was for, let me see if I can get my numbers right. I believe that was for somewhere around the neighborhood of $29 million. And the majority of that money went towards building Liberty Ranch High School. In 2016, they passed a bond for $36 million. Again, we got matching funds. The majority of that money was used for the science building at Galt High, the 2 football stadiums, going through and upgrading air conditioning systems, leaking roofs, electrical. We put new technology on both campuses. We upgraded technology. The ag building at Galt High School, if you go by, it's beautiful windows, beautiful redone. We did a lot of all that work with that bond. So I believe that we used the bond very well, and I believe we got the most for it. In fact, I was on a few of those committees, and I said at the time, we need to make sure that we get the biggest bang for every dollar we spend on that bond. Because we can't go out too soon and ask people for another bond. Now, the question people have to ask is 10 years too soon? 2005 to 2016, that was 11 years. Now we're in 2026. They're coming out and asking for another bond. This bond is for $43 million. If the bond passes, when you look at your property tax bill, basically you'll be paying just over 8 cents for every $100 of assessed value on your property to the high school bond. The elementary bond is just over 7 cents for every $100. So for basically, I think it's for every $100,000 basically that your property is assessed value, this 3% equates to $30. For the most people, you're probably talking about $125 to $250 extra per year on your taxes, on your property taxes. That's what you're looking at as a property tax, or as a property owner. Now that may not seem like a lot to a lot of people, right? I mean, if you say, okay, my tax bill is going to go up $150 this year, well, it's just over $10 a month, right? That's maybe a Starbucks coffee, right? And for most people, it's like, it's no big deal. But we have a lot of seniors that own property in this community. We have a lot of people who are on fixed incomes that own property. What does that do to them, right? Does that $200 extra or whatever, is that going to, hurt? How's that going to hurt them and affect them? Again, I'm not here to oppose the bond. I just want to make sure that people understand the facts of the bond. The other part of it is, what exactly is the district going to use that money for, right? The district, at the meeting I went to in May, the district said that they had